My name is Samantha, and my husband and I are on a surrogacy journey to help a couple bring their baby into this world. And if you haven't seen my previous videos, you might want to go watch them because none of this will make sense. But based off of my last episode, kind of left you guys hanging on a cliffhanger. But the conversation did in fact go the direction that we thought it would go. The intended parents are pregnant, and we're super excited for them. We actually knew they were pregnant. So back in January, they told us, it was January 26th. So right before we started our first med cycle, they let us know that she was 8 weeks pregnant. They were in shock. We were in shock. I honestly wasn't too in shock because I had like a vision or a thought that how crazy would that be if we were both pregnant at the same time? Like, what a miracle of God's faithfulness. Like, how cool would that be? And I just kind of brushed it off and I didn't think anything of it. I usually always write things down and journal it or tell Dan, and I just didn't this time, which was really weird for me. But all that to say, when they told us, I was really like, this makes sense and this is awesome. And so we were really happy for them. How it all worked out is basically beginning of January is when she would have gotten pregnant, and beginning of December is when she would have gotten pregnant. The end of December is when we signed contracts, and so they had just found out they were pregnant, and they got pregnant naturally. The intended parents did say that they felt like starting this journey allowed them to just kind of relax and feel at peace, and they stopped all meds and they had fun again, having sex. Words from the intended mother, not me. And miraculously they got pregnant, and so super excited for them. But moving forward with the journey, when we had the conversation back in January, she said, we don't know how long this is going to last. We don't know if I'm going to miscarry or what. Based off of her history, she's miscarried and hasn't been able to carry full term. And so she asked, do you mind if we continue on with this journey? And we said, absolutely. Obviously, whatever you guys feel comfortable with, we do. They were prepared for potentially having 2 babies at the end of this. And so we all move forward and just kind of, we're taking one day at a time. And if you've seen my previous episodes, you know how the first cycle played out with my lining not thickening. And then we moved to a more natural protocol, and just with how things were playing out with the second protocol, they said, you know what, we're 19 weeks along, and everything is good. Baby's healthy, mom is healthy, everything is like picture perfect, and we don't feel like we have the strength to take on another journey and another pregnancy. And so since we haven't transferred yet, do you mind if we just put a pause on things? We will wait for a couple months and see how things play out, see how she does, and if something happens, then we will jump back into the journey. It's better to not cancel contracts and have to redo all that because it takes a lot of time. But do you mind if we wait for a couple months? And we said, absolutely. And honestly, at that point, I felt like I needed a break from the medication. It was getting hard on my body, adding in, taking away, starting, stopping. And so physically and mentally and emotionally, I felt like I needed a break. And so that was kind of like my answer to prayer that I need, because I was really praying like, God, through all these struggles, like, I know you're doing something, but I don't know what it is, but can you please just like give me an answer, or like just have it go one way or the other? I don't care, but I just need some relief. And so I was very relieved for that, super excited for them, obviously, bummed that our journey had to end early, but also this is the best case scenario. Like, our whole reason for doing this was to help them bring a baby into this world, and if they're able to bring their own baby into this world, then praise God. We're so excited. So we just took the next couple months off. We focused on our business, focused on our family, traveled a little bit, and here's a little sneak peek into what we did. did have a fun couple of months. We made so many memories. We were able to finish the RV and get that off to the clients, and just, you know, had some time to pray and focus on our family and just figure out what God has next for us. You know, if we wanted to do another journey and what would that look like. We did have a ton of people reach out to us on social media about matching, and you know, respectfully for the intended parents and contractually, we didn't have any conversations with any other IPs during this wait period. We just took the time to pray and to just really ask God. You know, we had the desire to still do this journey. We still feel called to do it, but we wanted to make sure, you know, we had favor in it and we weren't just kind of rushing things. And so on June 17th, we got the termination letter from our intended parents. It was very bittersweet because obviously we knew it was coming, but it just felt like one of those things that was like, man, you know, this is a closed door and this journey is over. And we loved our intended parents. They seriously like made this journey so easy for us, and definitely have big shoes to fill for our next journey. And we're so excited to just celebrate them. The mother invited me to her baby shower, and you know, after hearing how all her appointments went, her last checkup that she wanted to kind of pass was the 28-week ultrasound, and everything went great. And so yeah, excited to celebrate them, excited to keep in touch. We will meet the baby one day, you know, maybe a few months after she's born later this year. They are having a baby girl. I did not mention that earlier, but the intended parents have allowed us to share that they're having a baby girl. And if you would just keep them in your prayers, our intended parents, and just their little baby, they will welcome her, I think, mid-September. So can't wait to keep you guys updated on what's next for them and their family, and for us as well.